What MRP is actually designed to do. Material Requirements Planning, or MRP, is designed to answer three fundamental questions. What materials do we need? How much do we need? And when do we need them? MRP uses several inputs to generate these answers: customer demand, bill of materials, inventory levels, supplier lead times, and planning parameters. From those inputs, the system generates a material plan that signals when components should be ordered or produced. But there's an important detail that many companies overlook. MRP generates an unconstrained plan. It assumes that materials and capacity will be available based on the planning parameters in the system. And that's where the next part of the process becomes critical. Section 2. The role of exception messages. MRP is not meant to run the operation automatically. Instead, it generates signals called exception messages. These messages tell planners when something in the system has changed. For example, an order needs to be expedited, a purchase order should be delayed, or a work order should be rescheduled. These signals are the system's way of saying something in the plan has changed and someone needs to evaluate the impact. When planners review these signals regularly, the system stays aligned with reality. But when those signals are ignored, the plan quickly becomes inaccurate. Section 3. The planning discipline problem. One of the biggest reasons MRP systems appear to fail is the lack of planning discipline. In many companies, planners are overwhelmed with operational issues. They spend most of their time expediting orders, chasing materials, and responding to customer escalations. As a result, the foundational planning activities often get neglected. Planning parameters aren't maintained, lead times aren't updated, exception messages aren't reviewed consistently. Over time, the data inside the system becomes less reliable. And once the data becomes unreliable, people start losing confidence in the system. Section 4. The planning versus scheduling confusion. Another common issue is the confusion between planning and scheduling. MRP generates an initial material plan, but that plan is unconstrained. It doesn't consider every real-world limitation in the factory. Machines have limited capacity, labor availability varies, setup sequences affect how work can actually be run. That's where schedulers come in. Schedulers take the unconstrained plan generated by MRP and turn it into a constrained executable schedule. When companies blur these roles, the planning process breaks down. Section 5. The real solution. Fixing MRP rarely requires replacing the system. Instead, it requires strengthening the processes around it. Companies that run strong planning processes typically focus on three areas. First, they maintain accurate planning data. Lead times, order quantities, and planning parameters are reviewed regularly. Second, planners actively review exception messages and adjust the plan as conditions change. And third, they maintain a clear distinction between planning and scheduling responsibilities. When those elements are in place, MRP becomes a powerful planning tool rather than a source of frustration. MRP systems are often blamed when operations become chaotic, but in many cases, the system is simply reflecting the reality of how the planning process is being managed. When companies maintain strong planning discipline, accurate data, and clear roles between planning and scheduling, MRP works exactly as it was designed to. The key is not just having the system, it's having the process that supports it. I'm Michelle with Streamline Consulting Group, your SIOP and supply chain strategist. Let's fix the flow and grow your business. Subscribe, like, and share for more streamlined insights.